A warm welcome to the second season of our Supply Chain Leadership Bulletin from beautiful Hamburg. I hope you're all healthy and secure out there.
So today I'm talking with Martin Rademaker, board member of Fiege Logistics Group. Fiege is one of the leading European contract logistics providers. Martin spent his whole career in Fiege and had a nearly perfect career, starting as a dual student, developing over different stages to being managing director of omnichannel and retail. And now, since September last year, he is a member of the executive board of Fiege, responsible for sales, business development, Eastern Europe, and healthcare and other activities. So Martin is definitely a true adept of the European fulfillment market and contract logistics market. And I'm very happy to have you here, Martin. Thanks for contributing. And first question, of course, how are you? How are your family?
Well, thank you very much. Very good. Just back from a summer vacation after some intense weeks that especially my wife spent with our three little boys, 3, 4, and 5, at home. So it was very, very good after intense weeks and months to take a joint rest. So I'm doing pretty fine. Thank you very much.
What is highly interesting for our audiences, of course, how is your business, or how has been your business affected by the Corona measures, and what do you see as the biggest challenge right now, or some time ago when all the measures were very strict in Germany?
I think that the top priority to take care of the employees, to have the respective measures, especially within our sites, where in some of our sites working hundreds or even thousands of people. So we needed to be very, very careful and take the right measures to take care of the people first. And then second, of course, also safeguard the operation, secure the operation. We have had a number of discussions with our customers. Of course, everyone was nervous and everyone was afraid of a lockdown of their warehouse. So that was the first phase, and that came along with a number of challenges, and there's so many. Just giving a few examples. For example, in the peak time, we have had 2,000 people, more or less 2,000 people on short-term work, which gives a feeling how heavily impacted we were. Today, there's still just a few, like 2-3 hands full. So we're more or less back. I would not say back on normal, but at least the majority, really almost all of our people are back to work. And maybe the thing that really was if I can say, the most interesting, that there was really a big imbalance. We have had customers and sites that were heavily impacted by the crisis from a negative perspective. Retail customers, some industrial customers really completely brought down their business. So we closed some sites for some weeks. So on one hand side, nothing to do, and on the other side, like really sites and businesses that had their all-time record. I remember that some of our e-commerce businesses, over weeks, we had Black Friday. Our healthcare business unit was heavily impacted, like volume-wise. Like that we were sending out tons and tons of things that were needed during the crisis. So that was maybe the most special thing, that we had both. On the one hand side, nothing to do, and on the other hand side, lot to do.
Which both is in these circumstances with a lot of restrictions, which is a big challenge actually, right? So of course it's nice if your volumes are increasing and you're not suffering under a lack of business, but at the same time you need to manage that, and customers have expectations. So I can imagine that both is difficult to manage, and especially in these circumstances. Do you see anything like a learning, like an innovation or a positive thing you're taking with you out of this crisis? I mean, it's not over yet, but of course we are getting, at least in Germany, I mean, you are active in a lot of countries, as a Fiege Group. But we are getting a little bit back to normal in Germany. Is there anything positive you take out of this situation?
Again, there's so many, and I'm a positive person, so I see a lot of positive things, and I personally learned a lot, and I think also us as an organization, we learned so much. Having a strong team makes things much easier, both from you get things done on very, very high speed. Across all our organization, people were heavily working on getting this managed. And this is much easier, having a strong team, having a strong network of people who trust each other makes things much, much easier. And even though there were a number of challenges, but this always gave me personally a good time, seeing that I work together with people who I like, that are strong, and that we will manage this properly. I think that this from the very beginning, for me personally, but I also think within our organization, we always knew we will get through that. As a team. So that's one thing. Then second, being fast. And I think as a medium-sized owner-managed company, it's so good that we have the chance to be fast. We're used to it. We didn't need to switch to being fast. We just are fast. And that made things much easier.
So if you want, the crisis confirmed positive things about your surrounding your organization. You as an organization, you came closer together, and you confirmed that you are fast, that you have a strong will to succeed this crisis. Yeah. Very positive outcome.
And I think it brought us closer together, like that, as always. Being a family company, like the values of a family are very important for us. And as you know, in a family, like when you go through something difficult, maybe after that you're closer than before. So that's one thing. And there's a third thing, like really being solution oriented. And I think maybe we're even a bit faster than before, and maybe we're also a bit more solution oriented. There's like two little stories, maybe, if I may. One is everyone's talking about working from home. Our Teams sessions from February to March developed from, I think, 40,000 a month to more than 200,000 Teams sessions within like a few days. So that's just a little thing, but that proves how fast the complete organization switched the mode first. And then second, from this imbalance that I was talking about earlier, having some sites that are having free capacity and others really lacking capacity, customers calling, asking for more capacity, we developed a platform, Flexfillment, which we offered for free, and just gave everyone the chance to upload their free capacity and give the people from the market the opportunity to have a look and see where is free capacity. And we started this again, like in a week. We were up and running, and this is something that was fun and where we learned a lot. So summarizing, having a strong team is fantastic and core to survive something like this. Being fast and being solution oriented, and these three somehow developed even further, I would say.
Very, very nice, very positive. Thanks for this insight. Actually, Martin, you became a member of the board back in September. In February, the crisis started. So you were quite new in the role and the responsibility. Looking back now to the previous months, what do you think about leadership? What was most important in your leadership style? How did you lead your organization through this situation?
I think communication is key. I think maybe at any point in time, communication is the most important in leadership, but especially during this crisis, it was really key. And I learned a lot. But I think that this was also from the first second that what we tried to do to give transparency and to inform. I mean, we have roughly 20,000 people within our organization. And I remember the Friday, there was a lockdown communicated. And we had a call on Saturday with the board, our HR director and the manager of our crisis team. And we were on a call, and we were thinking about how can we reach the people now? How can we tell them that they should try to come to work, that we will find solutions, that they don't all stay home? We're sitting together, like virtually sitting together, and we started a WhatsApp avalanche. So we created a standard WhatsApp message that we then forwarded from the BU leaders and HR responsibles within the business units. We forwarded it to the site managers. They forwarded it, so that we tried over the weekend with a standard message to say, hey, we will make this together. Please come to work. Whatever challenge you have, we will find a solution. But that was so interesting to see. And we tried to be, as I said, very transparent, and especially the shareholders, Jens and Felix. We had a number of personal messages of them, letters, video messages. We started an extranet from one day to another to have video with the doctor giving information to the people. And we started this from one day to another and tried to be close to the people within our organization to give them information. And I think that was the most important. But it was also fun. Like, we just tried things out. And I'm pretty sure that the first video interview that we had on that channel, our internal channel, I'm pretty sure that the 5th or the 7th will be much more professional than the first, but that was not the most important. The most important was not being professional, like having everything nice and shiny. It was like give information and be transparent. So I'm pretty sure that we will further optimize our internal communication skills and tools.
Which is a nice outcome as well. And
yeah, very much.
So thank you very much. Coming to the end of this interview, do you have any personal message you would like to share with our audience on this crisis, how to deal with it?
There's maybe two things. I mean, it's not an advice. Who am I? It's just something I think about, I would say, and I don't have a solution yet. My wife once said to me in the early stage of the crisis, she said, "You know what, Martin? What is really surprising to me? Everything always is so important, and there's always a deadline, and something needs to be done, and this call is so important, and this meeting is so important, and this project is so important." And from one day to another, all this was not important anymore. And that's something, I mean, I'm not done with it. I'm thinking about this a lot, what I can learn from that. But we have so many priorities, and sometimes things can change fast. And then anything that was so important yesterday or 2 minutes ago is not important anymore. And this is something I'm still thinking about, what that means to me, for everyone. First and second, I felt such a great openness also outside our organization, between us and our customers. We were sharing experiences, discussing without thinking about the next contract, just sharing and jointly working on a solution. Cooperation, collaboration, all these things. And I think we can be more open also in the future and let's not lose this. Let's talk with each other and try to find solutions jointly. Mm-hmm. That's it from my side.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Positive, completely positive picture, despite all the real challenges your business had and has. So Martin, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. Thank you for
coming.
And stay safe and healthy.
Speak to you. Bye-bye.